My Schedule. It is the place in Zoom where most people will spend most of their time. It is really where you find, as the name suggests, your own schedule. You find it here in the top left corner on the menu, My Schedule. What we see here is the week, of course, and then we see these cards which represent the shifts that you have to work. Here we see what I should be doing, what times my shift starts, who my colleagues are that I'm working with, and you even see if your team uses that, the activities that I should be doing during my shift. So you see I start with phone, then I have lunch, and then tickets. Pretty straightforward. Now you see a few different things here. You see the assigned means you have just been assigned. Accepted means you accepted the shift. And how do you accept the shift? Well, that is if your team uses the invite option. So you see here, then I can invite or decline to let my managers know that I have seen this and that I accept my shift. Again, this really depends on how your company operates. Something else you can do is you can click on the shift and then you see the details. And if you need to change anything, here you have a request change. So you can cancel to let your manager know, hey, I cannot make it. Or you can even ask someone else to cover or swap. You can find a colleague and then ask them to cover for you. Another very important aspect on the My Schedule page is leave. You can ask for leave. So here you can click on leave and then you can select the category and then request your leave. You can even add a note if that's relevant. Something else you can do on My Schedule is connect your calendar. Here in the profile, you can choose to connect with Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar. Just choose which one and then decide if you want the events from Zoom to be added to the main calendar or if you want a separate calendar just for Zoom. You can also decide what type of data you want to have synchronized from Zoom over to your calendar and if you want to import data from your personal calendar into Zoom. For instance, if you have meetings or other things in your calendar that the rest of your team should be aware about, then you can choose this option. And of course, you can decide how this works. So if you want data from Zoom to go to your calendar or the other way around or both ways, you define it over here and then you hit connect and go through the authorization flow. If your team allows self-scheduling, then your My Schedule will look something like this. What you will see is all the available shifts that you can choose from, and if you want to take one, then all you have to do is go onto it and hit accept. This way you claim a seat on that shift. Now, it could be that you can fulfill different roles on a specific shift. Then you will see here select role. In that case, you have to specify which role you will fulfill on this shift. You choose it and then you hit accept. So pretty much the same thing. Now, it might also be that your organization allows you to self-schedule your activities. Then you can click on yourself, you can basically select the activities and let the rest of the team know what you will be working on. Another thing that's important with self-scheduling is that you might be able to drop your shift. So if you have accepted something, but you want to make a change, then just as the normal other events, you can always ask a colleague or just cancel. But in a self-scheduling situation, you might also just be able to remove yourself from a shift. You see here, drop event. If you click that, then you give it back to the group for others to pick up that shift. This really depends on the rules in your organization. It might be that there is a certain cutoff point in the future. For instance, 7 days ahead of time, when the event is about to start, you will not be able to drop the shift anymore, or some other day in the future. This really depends on the rules of your organization. But if it's available, then the button will be there and you can give back the shift to the group. That's the overview of My Schedule. It also works on your mobile phone, so you can download soon. You can basically do every single action that I showed you just from your phone. Thank you and let us know if you have any questions.